Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Marks Diecast Restorations. This project I'm doing a fleet of taxis. Couple old Matchbox Impalas. Got the old Checker cab and a couple London taxis. And this is an old Cadillac ambulance. I'm actually going to customize it into a taxi. I couldn't find the beacons for it because I'm in the process of doing a fleet of ambulances. And so I decided, well, I have an extra one. It's a super fast. I've already painted it. So I'm going to turn that into a taxi. Let me see here. I've got a bunch of taxi decals here that I ordered. So I'm going to customize that. And the London taxis, this one here, paint job is pretty shoddy. And this is a Corgi. I've never done a Corgi, I don't think. So this would be pretty cool. London taxi. Paint it black. And then I'm going to do the taxi decals. And this one here is not in too bad a shape. The wheels are a little bent. And let me see if I can see. This is a Matchbox as well. So I will be doing that one. And this one I'll be doing kind of a custom. I'm going to do some different decals on it, but I really like this model. And this is a Checker cab, famous for New York City taxi. And then this is the Impala. Very popular brand. Let me see if I can get it focused. There we go. The number 20 Impala taxi. And let me see here. I guess my phone doesn't want to focus. It's a new phone. Go figure. And then this one I actually bought. I was going to restore this one, but I'm not going to touch it because it's in like new condition. I couldn't tell when I bought it from eBay what kind of condition it was in, so I'll add that to the collection. And this one I ordered is a Hot Wheels. I'm not going to do anything to it. It's just, I like the casting and everything, so I just bought this one. Just for the fun of it. So I'll display it with the taxis when I'm done. So there we have it. The fleet of taxis coming up. Stay tuned. Alright, so got all the taxis apart. Had some success drilling out all the posts. Didn't have any wandering drill bits, so that's always a plus. So here's the two Impalas. Looking ready to go in the stripper. I haven't tapped out the holes yet. I'm going to do that last, or right before I strip them. And the windshield's in pretty good shape. And with the chassis on these, I always take off the axles and replace them with my rivets. And I'll paint the tires, get these looking brand new. And the interior, pretty grubby. Nothing, little hot soap water won't get out. And here's the other guy. He's really dirty. Looks like he's been around the block a couple times. Alright. So those are actually in pretty good shape, other than being dirty. And here's the Checker cab. So this is the front grille. I'll be painting that, probably silver or chrome. And, I haven't introduced Yoda for a while. There he is. He's always here, my trusty sidekick. And then here's the Checker base. I'm going to customize this with different decals and everything. And here's your interior for the Checker cab. I'm going to probably paint this a brown or a tan. I'm not a fan of the color, that's for sure. Matchbox wasn't too afraid of using different colors. And there's the tires. I have a whole lot of new tires that came in. And that's my wife over there making jewelry. I think she just had a major accident. She's over there She's over there trying not to laugh, and seems like every time I shoot, the dogs are barking, or wife's making a ruckus over there. So anyway, so here's the London cab, and actually, my wife makes jewelry, and that's a pretty hard hobby because she's got to put all the little beads on the little strings, and she's always dropping them on the carpet. She can't find them. So there's that. And coming on over here, this is the, let me see, where's it at? That's the bent axle for the London cab. So I'll be replacing those. I'll probably replace the wheels too. And here's the Corgi. Never done a Corgi before. So there's the interior. Definitely, I know that I've seen other YouTubers do Corgis, and they didn't put a lot of detail in their interiors like Matchbox. So, and then the transparencies. And these tires here, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Sky's the limit with these cars. So, all right. So I'll take these to their respective places and then get to cracking. All right. Till next shoot. All right, so I just wanted to shoot my wife's workstation really quick. Like I mentioned, she does jewelry, and she's really, really talented. And I wanted to come over here and shoot really quick because there's a major accident going on over here and a major rumble. So I want to come over here and just shoot her workstation. And she's really, really good. So she does necklaces and earrings and bracelets and everything. And so she does her hobby, I do mine, and she loves doing it. But it's hard, though, because all these little beads sometimes, man, when they come off, they go rolling on the carpet, and they're gone forever. So, anyway, it's not easy, is it, honey?
Not easy.
Not easy. All right, I just wanted to shoot this, so if something happens in the future, you'll know exactly where it's coming from. All right, till next shoot. Alright, so now I'm going to start drilling out the holes so I can tap them for the button screws. And I normally don't film this, but I thought, well, why not? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a drop of oil in there. Do it on both sides. And then just kind of, hopefully it'll just drill right down. And I don't like to go down too far. Let me go down a little bit further. And hopefully I don't drill through like I did before. So there's that. Now I'll take another drop of oil, put it in there, and then I'll tap the hole. And tighten that up. It's almost time to change my tap out. I think it's getting dull. Let's see here. I think it's not that tight. Let me try it again. Make sure it's straight up and down. There we go. That should be enough. Then what I like to do is I like to take some of my screws that I've already used and then just put them in there. There, now when I paint them, the paint won't get in the threads. So I got to do that about 12 more times. Obviously I'm not going to film it, so I just wanted to film that process because I never have. So, alright, I'm going to do this on the rest of them and then send them to the stripper. Alright, so I got them all drilled out and tapped. Here's the checker. Here's the other Impala. Like I said, I wouldn't want to show all this whole process because it would be very boring. And this is the London Taxi. Same thing, these were actually easier to tap because longer post. Okay. And then finally the other one, I can't remember which is the Corgi and which is the Matchbox. So there we have it. These are going to be combination restorations and customizations. I'm going to restore the Impalas and customize this with different decals. This says Metropolis. It's got the fair on there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but it's a really cool casting. And like I said before, I bought this one on eBay. I just like it. I'm not going to do anything with it. This is just a Hot Wheels taxi, so I'm going to get the other one kind of like this. Obviously I wouldn't want to do anything to this one. This one's nice. So put that back. Alright, so there we have it. These are all ready to be stripped and then primered. Alright, so here they are in the citrus strip. This is what I use. This stuff is the best ever. And it even has a nice citrus smell. So, kind of just put a little bit in there and then stir them around. Make sure they're all getting a good bath. And then I have the doors. One of the Corgis or cars, the doors came off, and I like to keep those separate. And that way they don't, it won't be too hard to find them in here. And then what I'll do is I'll cover it up so the fumes can stay in there. And this right here. And then I'll bring that there, and then let these do their thing. Alright, so here's the doors from the one of the black cabs, and here we go. They're all pretty stripped. It's only been a little while, but it just comes right off. That citrus strip is amazing. So I'll clean these later, get them rinsed off. Alright, until next shoot. Alright, here's the taxis all ready to be primered. All I did was I just rubbed them with 4-aught steel wool. That's all I did. And there's my addition to this custom. One of my Cadillac ambulances I'm going to convert to a taxi. So as you can see, I filled in where the beacons were. So these shined up pretty good. Alright, so now I'm going to go primer them. Alright, here's the taxis after their coat of paint. And I did one decal just to see how it would come out. And I really like how this taxi, it's not showing my fill-in with the putty from taking off the beacon holders. And there's the black one. And right over here you'll notice a little something on the hood. I don't know what that is. Seems like something always happens when you paint these things. And then over here are all the pieces that go with the taxis. Transparencies, wheels, interiors, everything. Soaking away. Alright, next stage I should be putting the decals on them. Alright, so before I assemble the S&S ambulance Cadillac, I wanted to explain what I did. So the front half, the seats and the steering wheel, that's coming from the ambulance itself, the interior. And those 4 seats I cut off from the rows of seats in the regular wheel Greyhound bus. And the back here is for storage. So I'm anxious to see if this is all going to come together. I did paint everything brown, and I glued the seats to the back. So we'll see if it comes out. Alright, so I did a wheel swap on the Corgi, and I ordered a set of these wheels a while ago, set of 8, and they're actually really cool. So let me see if I can get a good shot of them. So anyway, these axles are really bigger in diameter, so I have to drill out where the axle sits. And as you can see, I took a little cotter pin and I cut it and I glued it on each end so the axles will move freely. So hopefully when I attach the main casting, there's enough space in the wheel well. We'll find out. If not, then I'll have to go to a smaller wheels. I wanted to share this little trick I do with my forceps. After I paint several models, I just put them in the paint stripper. And then that way it's easier to grab onto the models without leaving any marks or anything like that. So after I let these soak for a little bit, I'll clean them up and I'll show you the results. Just a little advice for all you guys out there who do this who didn't think of it. So here's all the forceps after I put them in the paint stripper. Got them all cleaned up like brand new. So sometimes you gotta do these every now and then. Just clean them up. Alright. Next will be the final reveal for the taxis. Alright, it is time for the reveal for the fleet of taxis. So I took on 6 taxis, 2 regular Impalas. So here we go. Did everything restoration wise. And new paint job, new decal, cleaned up the tires, chromed out the front end. So there's that one. And the next Impala. Okay, here we go. Very similar to the first. So came out good. I do know that the yellow is a little brighter than the original, but just to keep it all the same, I just printed all my taxis yellow. And this one here was a fun one. This one here is a full custom. So I got the taxi decals. Like I said, I ordered those. This is the New York City taxi cab. And got the brake lights and chromed out the rear trunk latch. Got the front end chromed out. And got a couple decals on the roof and then on the trunk. So So this one was really, really awesome to do. One of my favorite castings. All right, and then this one here is my favorite. This was the Cadillac Ambulance. So here we go. So did the front end chrome, yellow cab company, and yellow cab on the back, and the interior turned out really good. Like I say, I took out the beds and I put in seats, painted the tires black because I thought that would look better. And then on the roof, did the taxi and then the checker decal pinstripe. So there's the S&S Cadillac taxi, and painted all the interiors brown and the steering wheels black. So this one actually is one of my favorites. I love the casting and I love how it turned out. And the next two are London taxis. I didn't do too much with these. This one here is the Matchbox. This was just primarily a little slash restoration custom. Painted the tail lights, repainted it black, painted the interior brown, and there we go. Painted the front end because before it was all black. And I took the Matchbox taxi decals and put them on here. There's that. And this is the Corgi. Did a tire swap like I showed originally before. Did the front chrome decals, rear lights, and painted the steering wheel black as it came around. And there we go. So there is the fleet of taxis. So let me do one more shot. So I want you guys to stay tuned in the future. Doing a team build with Leo over at Leo's Diecast Garage and Tizok over at 2HD Cat, doing emergency vehicles. That'll be uploaded October 1st. So there's the taxis. All right. This has been a good project, but honestly, I'm kind of glad it's done. So I want to thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. And got plenty of more videos coming in the future. So there we go. Until next time.